Hey everybody, I'm SK and welcome to this our 48th episode of the Haunting Grounds vlog. What the hell was that, Cody?
It was excitement. Is what it was.
It looked like excitement.
Oh yeah.
It looked like you were doing the Carlton. Alright, so a little bit to talk about this week. I know last week was kind of a big old letdown. I actually got a thumbs down for that one. So hey, cool beans. Nothing like a thumbs down. So hey, last week, if you didn't catch it, we were, Christy and myself were on Haunters Hangout with Don and Mary Powell and Ron and Lori Gustinella and Steve Reeves, Yard Hunter 5. It was a great show, had a lot of fun. If you didn't catch it, make sure to check that out. I think it was an enjoyable night, and I think we all had a good time. On that topic, and I mentioned it in last week's vlog, we wanted to set up a nice backdrop for the show like we did last year. And there's been a few people who've thrown up some pretty great backdrops for the show. So I don't want to be left in the dark for that. So we did. We set up our facade again in the house. Did a little bit different. Did something a little different with it this year. One of the things that I wanted to do, and we came up with an issue with, is we have those little lights on the front of our facade, and we don't have any electric to them. They're old lights that come off. I don't know. They come off of somebody's house or something. But we got them at a rummage sale, and they look great. They fit the look of the facade perfectly, but they don't light up. And they have a screw socket for a light bulb, and we just didn't have anything to stick in them. So the past couple of years, I've been taking those little votive lights from Spirit and popping those in there, and they just don't light up very much at all. Mm-hmm. So I was getting everything set up, and I was like, I got to come up with something to put in these lights to make them like really stand out a little bit better. And I had an epiphany. I love when that happens, by the way. I've got a whole box full of LED lights, just the bulbs, and resistors and all this other stuff. They're all for spotlights that I haven't made yet. We've got this whole big thing of yard spotlights that we light up with a 9-volt, so we can just stick them in the ground wherever and don't have to worry about cords. And they work great, and we've got all the parts to make them. I just haven't gotten around to making them. Again, another unfinished project. So I started thinking, hey, I wonder, if I took and made a little light bulb shape something and that I could stick in there and just power it off of a 9-volt battery. So I checked it, and the 9-volt just kind of sits right into the socket for the light. So then came the question, how are we going to do this? Well, I started thinking that what I would do, and what I ended up doing, was to take the idea of a milk jug skull and apply that to a light bulb. So I took the best idea I had was to take a golf ball and a piece of PVC and melt the milk jug over the top of it, and it worked. It worked out pretty well, and that gave me a nice little light bulb shape. Now the second dilemma was, how do we get this lit? Well, obviously I was going to light it with a and I wish I had brought the other one down here, just so I could demonstrate. I was going to light it with one of those LED bulbs. Well, the LED bulbs that I have are they're spotlights, so it's a very narrow beam. That's great for spotlights, not so good for a bulb. What it ended up doing was I put that in there. I hooked up the LED to a 9-volt battery, taped it up inside of there, and what it ended up doing was creating a very small circle in the center of that, and that wasn't very convincing. So I got to thinking, how am I gonna fix that? And the idea was that I would turn the battery around and have the bulb facing backwards and have it reflect off of something. So I got myself a piece of tin foil, taped it to the battery, turned the battery around, and what that accomplished was we had a pretty decent looking light bulb effect. Now you probably can't really see that too well right now, but that worked out really well. I would turn off all these lights, but that's all right. I'll just show you. Here's what our facade looked like when we set it up for the show. You can see those lights lit up really nicely, and I was really happy about this. So, yay for MacGyver light bulb on what in ghosts.
Ooh.
I don't know what the hell that was. Something just fell.
Oh, good. Perfect.
So, quick ugly MacGyver light bulb worked out really well, and I may mess around with that some more just to see if I can, tweak it up a little bit and actually have something a little bit more permanent that I can use in there. And when I do, hey, I'll share that with you. What else do we have to talk about? Last week I had mentioned that the previous week we tried to do our tombstone workshop, and we did that again this past week. As a matter of fact, we did it the day before Hunters Hangout, and thank God, Google Plus worked, or the Hangouts worked. So we were able to get our Death's Head tombstone finished, the carving finished on it anyways, and we were able to get the first coat of, or the coat, the first coat, I only do one coat, of dry lock painted onto this. So I figure we may do one more tombstone workshop just to show the finishing, the last bit of painting on this, and people may want to see that. I don't know. I'm not going to have a workshop this week just because Chris Steffens, who normally helps us out, she's been busy with the West Coast Haunter Convention, which was this past weekend. So, I'll give her a rest for the week, and hopefully she'll be all set to go next week, and she can give us a hand, and we'll be able to do either this or the Swamp Witch or whatever, whatever suits my fancy that day.
Suits my fancy.
That's right, suits my fancy. So, another thing that I wanted to talk about, these workshops have been going really well, and they accomplish more than one thing. Not only is it sharing information with the haunt community and maybe teaching some people either a new project, or teaching them a new way to tackle an old project, or just giving them some ideas to toy with, to tweak something that they're already doing. I enjoy doing that, but it also gives me time that I actually dedicate each week to actually accomplishing something, to actually finishing props. It's motivation for me to get stuff done.
Yeah,
and you see,
that's for sure.
I've been working on this stone for how many years now? I've actually got it, next to done. So it's a benefit to me. It's a benefit to everybody else who watches, who wants to watch those videos. And hey, we all walk away winners, I think. Sometimes I wonder if I'm really a winner. But all right, so did I say? I didn't say. Lighting. Lighting was a topic that somebody brought up that they really wanted to see me do a workshop on. Now, I really take lighting our haunt to heart. I really put a lot of thought into it, and I have a lot of tips and tricks, and just just the way I do things. I'm by no means a professional. I've never taken theater classes. I wasn't in theater in high school. I didn't go to college for theater. I have no background in theater. I have no background in lighting or any of that. It's simply from my perspective, my point of view, but I do have, I guess, some understanding of lighting and color, and who knows, maybe that'll help people. Right. Apparently people want to see it because they like what we did with our lighting for our haunt, so I must know a little bit anyways. So within the next, not too distant future, probably after Midwest, we're going to set up for a lighting workshop, and I'm going to share, some different ways of lighting and some different, some of my, I guess, my, what the hell's the word I'm looking for? My theories.
Yeah.
That's it. Sure. My theories on lighting and why we light things a certain way and how to light things a certain way to accomplish what you're looking for, and dealing with things like shadows and all that good stuff. So I've actually been doing a bit of research in the meantime because I want to try and get as much knowledge into this workshop as possible so that you guys can benefit from it. And like I said, I'm always learning, so I want to learn something. So, hey, this will be great for everybody. I don't know why I keep doing this, rubbing my hands together. It's driving me up a wall.
He used to rub his nipples, so it's okay.
Dastardly. Anyways, on to another topic. This past week, I decided, I've talked about it before, and I've done it before. I'm trying to get myself into mask making. And I've made one mask. I've actually made 3 copies of one mask. Painted one of them. I still have 2 blanks, and I still have the mold over here. I'm just lacking latex, so I'll probably make more of them. But I wanted to get into mask making a little bit further. I enjoy the sculpting. I enjoy the painting. And one thing I wanted to try out was this Monster Maker's mask paint. This stuff is not cheap, and I do like the recipe that I got from Alan Hops about for making my own mask paints. But I wanted to try something that was specifically made and designed for it, just to see just experience the difference, I guess. So I went out and bought these. Not cheap at all. And unfortunately, but fortunately, I had ordered these through Amazon, and the seller that I had ordered them from sent me the wrong size. I ordered 8-ounce bottles, and they shipped me 4-ounce bottles. So you can imagine my surprise when I dump $150 on 13 bottles of paint, only to get half the amount of paint that I bought. I contacted the seller, and they did contact me back. As a matter of fact, I was a little bummed because I didn't have the paint at the beginning of the weekend, because I really wanted to actually start messing around with this a little bit more now. And once I realized I had the wrong size, I didn't want to open any of this, just because I didn't know what the seller was going to want me to do. If they were going to want me to send this back so that they could send me the right ones. But anyways, the seller got in touch with me, and in a really good... Who was the seller? The seller was American Fine Art Supplies, out of, I think they're out of Burbank, California. And I'll tell you, the response, I couldn't be happier with their response. It was a weekend, so I didn't expect to hear anything over, Saturday and Sunday. I actually got this Thursday, but didn't open it until Friday night. And when I opened it, I realized that, I got the wrong size bottles, and it's, almost midnight at this point. A little too late to expect anybody to reply back. So, I figured, today, tomorrow, whatever. I got a response back at what would have been about noontime in California today. So within about 3 hours of normal business hours, they replied to me. They've assured me that they're going to make good on everything, and as long as I get the rest of my paint, I couldn't be happier. So they get a big thumbs up from me, American Fine Art Supplies out of Burbank, California. As long as I get my paint, I was really happy with the customer service, how quickly they responded, and their willingness to make good on the order. So we'll be able to start doing some masks soon, very soon. All right, so at the request of a couple of our viewers, a few of our viewers, we're going to bring an old segment back for one time and one time only. That's right, folks. The long-awaited return of What's in the Box. We have a special little package here. Now, I'm not one that likes to hold on to packages. I'm usually, I'm very impatient. I love to open that stuff up as soon as I get it. I want to see what it is, Which is why it was weird that I didn't open those paints right away when they got here. I probably should have done that. The one time you don't, something's messed up. So this came in the mail today. And while I wanted to open it up, I wanted to share this with everybody. Because what's in this package is not for me. Well, not entirely for me. But most of the contents of this package is for you, the viewers. So let's take a look at what's in this box.
I had this for you.
Yeah, this
I'm only.
This is a very special package. We have to be very careful opening this one.
Move it along, Grandpa.
Didn't get through that time. We're not gonna damage anything in here.
Wow, 3 years later, folks.
All right. Let's see what we have in the box.
The box!
Crumpled paper.
Yeah!
I can use this one to make my paper mache.
Yeah. Why don't you just grab some duct tape and, wrap this around your head.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Anyways, we have some promotional postcards here from Nox Arcana. And basically it's just telling about their new album there, Gothica, and showing the covers of all of their albums on the backside, which I think I have all of these. No, I don't have the winter themed ones. They're the only ones I don't have. I'm not a winter person. I'm really not. Yep, we've got that. We've got that. We've got that. That. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. All right. So, and inside of our box we have 1, 2. This one's for me. I did when I ordered these, and this one's for me. Yep. Those are the 2 that I don't have yet. But when I ordered these, I told them admittedly I needed 2 of them for myself. But 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 CDs. Most of from Nox Arcana and 1 from Buzzworks. So we have The House of Nightmares by Buzzworks. We have Grim Tales by Nox Arcana. We have Blackthorn Asylum by Nox Arcana. We have Dark Lore Manor by Nox Arcana. We have Shadow of the Raven, again, by Nox Arcana. Carnival of Lost Souls, guess who? Legion of Shadows, and Gothica. So, and these are not, Legion of Shadows and Gothica are their two newest ones. Those were the ones I don't have, so I've got a copy of those for myself. But I also have a copy of them for somebody, some lucky viewer. So I've got 8 CDs. And you may notice that these CD packages, they're all a little weird. Why are they packaged like that? Why, SK? Why? They are packaged like that because each and every one of these CDs is autographed. That's right. They actually took the time to autograph all of these CDs for us so that we could give them out to you. I think that is so cool. I really can't express how much I appreciate what they've done for us now and over the years. So, really, I'm going to be giving away some music, but you know what? Don't wait for me. Check out their stuff, because chances are you'll like it, and it really is. It's great haunt music.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Each one of the albums is themed a little bit differently. Grim Tales is my absolute favorite. It's themed along the the Grim Fairy Tales stories. Witchy type music and Blackthorn Asylum, Dark Lore Manor. They're all themed towards what their titles. So I am super excited. Over the next few months, over the next several vlogs, we're going to start giving these away. So make sure you keep an eye out, and I'm probably not going to put it in the description because then we'll just get a lot of people who say, hey, I'm going to subscribe to you just because I want your CD. I want to give these away to the people who sit here and support us and watch us every week, or every whenever the hell we decide to do a vlog, because sometimes it's not every week. But hey, I am super excited about that. Autographed CDs from Nox Arcana, from Buzzworks. Thank you, Mr. Joseph Vargo, William Pietrowski, Jeff Hartz, Christine Philippak, everybody over there at Monolith Graphics, because they made this happen for us, and really they didn't have to do it. I bought the CDs and was hoping I might be able to get one autographed to give away, and they were kind enough to autograph every single one of them. So send them some love. Buy their music. It's great haunt music anyways. Mm-hmm. So with that, one last bit of news. We have 5 weeks left until Midwest Haunters Convention. Just a little bit over 5 weeks. 5 weeks and like 3 days. But I've got like less than 5 weeks before Don and Mary Powell come to visit us. We're going to vlog that this time. We never put any vlogs, I don't think, out when Don and Mary were here last time. Or maybe we put a little bit out. We did so much cool stuff and we didn't share it with you guys. I apologize. So, 5 weeks, Midwest Haunters Convention. If you see us, stop us, say hi. I want to hear from you guys. That's why I do this. I'm here for all you guys, and I like to mingle and talk and be social. And Cody's going to be with us.
Yeah.
So you can kick him.
Yeah, so you can kick him. You jackass.
All right, from the Hunting Grounds, I'm SK.
I'm Cody. Woo.
Thanks for watching.
Pleasant dreams.